Well, hello there, my crypto bit brothers and sisters. It sure is good to see y'all, and it's good to see you too, Papa Ron.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we got some exciting news today, also. Wow, man, there's a lot of big news back going on with Bitcoin and the Coinbase exchanges today. Oh my heck!
Is that my cue?
Yeah, sure, Q. Back
Oh,
over to you.
he said, no, when I say, oh my heck, no, he didn't. Folks, Coinbase is
Oh
really on
my.
a streak lately. They are not only spending some major money on things, but they are developing their platform and their business. Not only are they the world's largest exchange, Rod, but they aim to keep that position, I think, because
Oh,
obviously they are making money hand over fist.
you bet they
Oh
are.
yeah, sure they are, and they're spending it now too. Let's look at this first title or two, folks, and then maybe I got to comment on that.
Yeah, I'm sure
This is
you
kind
do.
of what got to comment on everything, don't I, Ron? I'm sure you do, Ron. Bitcoin exchange Coinbase buys Earn.com a reported 100 million
Million. Oh my hell.
and adds key executive. Now, this executive, the CEO of this Earn.com, and Earn.com, I think, Ron, is similar to I just mentioned that term, one of those freelance groups, where you can
Yeah. Oh
get
yeah.
on there, and anyway.
Freelance.
But that's beyond the point. I think they spent this money to get the executive, not necessarily the site. But it
Yeah.
says right here that this gentleman will act as technological evangelist for both the industry and for Coinbase in his new role. He has become one of the most respected technologists in the crypto field and is considered one of the technology industry's few true originalists.
Okay.
And I've got a picture of him here on this same article. Evidently, this is they're gaining top talent in the process. Evidently, this guy is worth his weight in gold.
Whiz. He's a whiz.
So, I guess my comment would be, I see things like this. Let's go back to that first article again, Rod,
Okay, let's do that.
because they mentioned something else in here. Right here. In March, Coinbase poached Emily
Show.
from Lycaden, a lead new acquisitions and partnerships. The company also hired Tina from Twitter, and last week brought a former Facebook and Twitter communications director, Rachel Horowitz. It also hired Eric, a former New York Stock Exchange executive and vice president of finance, in March.
Oh my heck.
Yeah, they are bringing some top dogs. Now, interesting
Saying
about
top,
the...
top people.
Yeah, and it's like all in March they got this done. So, folks, crypto ain't going nowhere. These companies see the writing on the wall. They are building an infrastructure like we've been saying because this stuff is going mainstream. Crypto is coming. Not just people using it more at retail shops. This is the future, and these guys see it. And they bring on a guy from the New York Stock Exchange. That's
Yeah.
interesting, too, because
Yeah.
we reported, I don't know how long ago, Rod, about one of the key players in Coinbase is part of, was it, what stock exchange was it?
And NASDAQ.
NASDAQ. And now they hire a guy. Well, and didn't Coinbase recently say they now have a basket of currencies that they could sell to the big boys?
Yeah.
They're putting all their currencies into a basket, so you don't have to just bet on Litecoin or Ethereum. You're investing into the whole group. So if one doesn't do as well, the other three
Jump
can
to
pick it
another.
up. So if you just kind of put two to two together,
It makes four.
that's right. They are planning.
Or in the case of cryptocurrency, it could make 100,000, a million. Who knows where what two and two put together would
That's
be?
right. But we just have to kind of read between the lines on some of this stuff. And folks, again, I'm repeating what I just said, but if you don't think this stuff is going somewhere, I'm telling you, they know where it's headed, and they are positioning themselves to be front runners within that explosion when it comes. And adoption, mass adoption, it's going to all fit in there.
Yeah, and that brings up an interesting point. This new article that we just found, well, not new, but this article we found with this head of the IMF, Lagrange, or whatever her name is,
Legrand?
Christine Lagrange, Legrand.
Well, she used to always diss.
Oh, she was always that way. Negatory, saying, "Oh, it's the worst thing in the world. It's for drug people. It's for dishonest people. It's for the mob and all this crap."
That's right. She was telling how Bitcoin offers and the blockchain gives too many opportunities for do illegal things. Yep. And she wanted to fight fire with fire. She calls for a Bitcoin crackdown. This is just titles off articles, folks. And when is this? Let's look at the dates. This is March 13th. A month ago, she was saying that. And here's another one, Rod. Global cryptocurrency regulation is inevitable.
Inevitable.
It's got to come. We've got to straighten this stuff out. And this one was February 12th, so a month before that.
Yep.
And now, today, I think this is today's, I don't see the date, but now all of a sudden, she's all in favor of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
This time, quite upbeat on Bitcoin and overall crypto technology. Bitcoin's up 1% on Tuesday. She's saying probably because of it. And Tuesday's today. Let's look at another one here. Bitcoin boosted as IMF boss Lagarde praises cryptocurrency and suggests it could transform the way people save and invest. Who the HE double toothpicks are you kidding?
Woman with split tongue.
And again, you know, when Rod and I read these things, we sit back and we say, what's really going on here? Why a month ago was she anti-Bitcoin and blockchain technology, and now it's like, hey, this might transform the way people invest and save their money. She was all part of the FUD. She's fighting it to drop prices, to get people out of it.
You know, I think that is really true. You know, she dropped it so she can get her whale friends involved.
That very well could be. Price. They're all part of this, as George Carlin used to say, all part of the club, and we aren't in it.
Yeah, that's true.
You remember he used to say, I don't remember, I watched him years ago say that, and somebody commented in one of our videos about it, reminded me of it.
Yeah.
It's a big old freaking club, and you ain't part of it.
Yeah.
So you think about it, and here they're having all this FUD come out, and now all of a sudden, look who's into it. George Soros. IMF is saying it's good. Rothschilds are getting into it. Mark Cuban, that slime dog. I've never liked him. He big deal. He owns a dang basketball team, and he's made some money, and he thinks that everybody needs to listen to what he's got to say. Now, enough of that. And then all these top people are getting into this now, and all of a sudden now it's, hey, this is where it's at, folks.
Yep. Well, you and I have been saying that ever since we got in on it.
Right.
But nobody listens to us.
That's right. Nobody listens to us. So you just gotta.
Heck.
Yeah, here's that last one. Here's another title. Bitcoin tools could make finance systems safer, says IMF boss. She believes revisiting crypto could harness gains and avoid pitfalls. Blah blah blah. They have an agenda, folks, and they want to control this like they control everything else in this world. And the IMF, I mean, why do we need an international banking monetary fund group to tell the U.S. what to do? Do you see how it's all going to this one global world? it's all the big players are in it.
That's right.
It's important we keep this decentralized and support those things that are true decentralized. And they're going to work their hardest to get their mitts on things and change the course of things to where there's regulation. We just did a video on regulation, and you can bet the IMF will be part of regulating it, and so they can control the price and make all the money. Just like we said the other day, you know, they don't want us to make money. We're the working stiffs, man, that keep the thing rolling. Yeah. And when they see that this thing is going to go and all of us peons are investing money, oh, it drives them nuts.
It does.
They want to keep us working the 8 to 5s and making just barely enough where we're happy and not enough to revolt or anything. So,
yeah, well, I'm ready to revolt.
Yeah, we talked about the other day about, anyway, we won't get into that. Folks, we've talked long enough.
We appreciate you guys so much watching us rattle on. And I know it sounds like we say the same old thing, but you know, the thing is, we want to pound it in your brain that if you can't see the writing on the wall, then you're like those 3 monkeys, deaf, mute, and can't see, you know, and we as Americans have got to keep our eyes open and look at this stuff, you know.
And yeah, we hope we're providing a little service to you where you might not, you might be the working class stiffs, but hopefully we can bring a little bit of this enlightenment to you that we can say, yeah, you know, that I'm more on board with this now, where you might not have the time to research it. Rod and I are spending at least 4 or 5 minutes a day looking at it.
3.5, I thought. We appreciate you guys, and God bless.